Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I firstly would like to apologize for the angle. I am literally sitting in a parked car, and I am going to also apologize for the sound. It is pouring rain. I'm on vacation right now, and the only quiet place to film is in my car. So that's what we're doing. I really wanted to get this video out on the 1st, but that obviously didn't happen. I'm filming this on January 2nd. Hopefully this goes out tonight. It might be out tomorrow. If not, whatever, doesn't matter. Happy New Year. I hope that your 2022 was amazing, and I hope that your 2023 is even better. I really wanted to do this video. I've seen a couple of my favorite YouTubers do this video, and it's just really interesting to see what everybody's top picks are of 2022. I did not do this last year. I'm kind of sad that I didn't, because I would love to go back and look and see what's changed and stuff. So I'm going to be making this a yearly thing. This channel is basically all BTS. Spoiler alert, there's a lot more groups besides BTS on these lists. I think that's it. I have 3 different top 10 categories. I have top 10 albums of 2022, top 10 songs of 2022, and then my top 10 songs of 2022. So the difference is the first one, top 10 songs of 2022, is songs that came out in 2022, and then the last top 10 we're gonna go through is just my 10 top songs that I listen to. Doesn't matter if it came out in 2022, 2010, 2014, it doesn't matter. That's that category. So yes, we are going to start with top 10 albums of 2022. If a song or an album or an artist is not on here that you love, that you think should be on here, that's totally fine. The beauty of this is just my opinion. These are my top 10 albums and songs. I have slowly branched out to other groups. If a song or artist is not on here that you think that I would absolutely love, it's probably because I just haven't listened to them before. And leave them down below if it's some group or some song that you think that I would like. I think that's all the disclaimers. And let me know your guys' top 10s of everything, because I'm really curious. I love to know what other people listen to. I just love it. So we're gonna be doing top 10, starting from 10, going down to 1, and then before my top 5, I'm gonna do a few honorable mentions that are on all of my lists. So yes, so starting off with top 10 albums of 2022, number 10 is TNX's Way Up. TNX debuted this year with their album. I think there's 4 songs on it. These are mini albums and full albums, by the way. Anyways, TNX Way Up. If you guys have not listened to TNX, or if you've not watched their YouTube videos that they post, they are just the sweetest, cutest, most talented boys. They're way younger than me. Their music is really good. It's right up my alley. My favorite song off of it is actually their title track, Move, but every single one of the songs on that album is so good. So that is number 10. Number 9 is New Jeans' album, New Jeans, their debut album. If you guys know me, I do listen to girl groups, but they're not my favorite. I don't listen to any girl group regularly until New Jeans. Their style of music is just so different and so good. And if you don't listen to New Jeans, also check them out. They're so good. They're so sweet. They're so talented. My favorite song off of that album is, probably Attention, but I really like Hurt a lot too. And they just dropped Ditto, and then I think yesterday or today they dropped another song off of their next album, but I haven't listened to it yet. But Ditto is so good. The sound is just so different. They're just different, and I really like them. So that's number 9. Number 8, we have Face the Sun by 17. I got into 17 in July, I think. And I have not looked back since. They are such a talented group of men. I got to see them live on tour for their Face the Sun world tour, and they were just so amazing. My favorite song off Face the Sun is Hot. That I love that song. I love that entire album. March is so good. Shadow, every single one of their songs is so good. Okay, I cannot talk this much about every single group or this video is gonna be so long. Number 7 is Maxident by Stray Kids. Maxident, I feel like this would be lower on the list if it didn't come out like so recently. Maxident, again, so good. I love Stray Kids so much. They are like, their music is considered loud music, which is fine, whatever. Like, loud music is my type of music, I guess. Every single one of their songs is so good, top tier, top notch. Love them so much. I also got to see them live for their Maniac tour, and it was absolutely incredible. I had the best time. My favorite song off of Maxident would probably have to be Three Racha. And Super Bored. I love Super Bored so much. Okay, number 6, we have Thursday's Child. Again, if this whole list was so hard, but I feel like if Thursday's Child had more songs on it, I feel like it would be like higher up, or like, I guess, lower on my list. Thursday's Child, but every single one of the songs on the album Thursday's Child is just absolutely amazing, by TXT, by the way, if you don't know. TXT, they're so precious. Oh my gosh. I also got to see them live in Los Angeles for their tour. That was the hardest ticketing experience I have ever done in my entire life. They literally played in like a theater. TXT, like from the company Big Hit, like Little Brothers of BTS, they had their first world tour in like a theater. Why? I have no idea. I would love to know the answer for that. But nonetheless, they were amazing. I'm so excited to see them on tour the next time they go on tour, and hopefully they're in an arena, because they are way too big to be playing in a theater. Anyways, Thursday's Child was number 6. So before we get into my top 5, we are going to do our honorable mentions. Number 1 is Manifesto Day 1 from Enhypen. Loved the album. I just recently started to listen to Enhypen, and honestly, I like stan way too many groups to like start standing another group. It's just too much for my brain to comprehend. So I just casually listened to Enhypen, but their album was so good. And then another honorable mention, this was almost number 10, but I had to be honest with myself that TNX's Way Up was one that I listened to more than this one, and that is Jack in the Box by J-Hope. I love J-Hope. I know I don't have to explain myself, but I feel like I have to explain myself. I love Hobie with my entire being, but I just didn't listen to Jack in the Box as much as I listened to any of these other albums in its entirety. I listened to like Equal Sign and More and Arson so many times, but I just didn't listen to it through and through as much as I did with any of the other albums on this list. So that's literally the only reason why. I don't dislike it in any way. It just wasn't in my top 10 listened from start to finish more than any of these other groups. So those are my honorable mentions. So now we can get into the top 5. So number 5 is going to be Overload by Extraordinary Heroes. Oh my gosh, I am so obsessed with Extraordinary Heroes. Again, I feel like Extraordinary Heroes is kind of like you either love them or you hate them, because you either love their sound and their style, or you think it's like just so strange. I'm someone who absolutely loves them. I am obsessed with them. If you've never checked them out, like, give them a listen. Like, they're so good. Again, Overload just released, like, it just dropped. If it would have dropped in like March, it would be even higher on the list. But because it just dropped, I can't put it higher than number 5. So yes. Number 4 is The World Movement by ATEEZ. This album, oh my god, is a masterpiece. A freaking masterpiece. Definitely check out Caitlin Benson's whole album. Listen to this if you haven't, because like, she made me love this album even more when she was explaining things, and like, I don't know, just go watch her album listen if you're into ATEEZ, or if you're like just getting into them, because this album is a freaking masterpiece from start to finish. Like, the lyrics are so beautiful. It's a full freaking story from start to finish. It's so good. I cannot say enough things about this album. I am obsessed. I also got to see them live on tour this year. I got to see every single one of my old groups on tour this year. I'm so lucky. I got to see this live. I got to see them perform these songs live. Amazing. Wait, I did not say my favorite songs off of like half of these. My favorite song off of Thursday's Child is Opening Sequence. My favorite song off of Overload from Extraordinary Heroes is Lunatic. My favorite song off The World Movement by ATEEZ is either Cyberpunk or probably Cyberpunk, honestly, actually, Cyberpunk. Okay, and now we're in our top 3. So, album of my year, number 3, is Ordinary by Stray Kids. This album is so good. Again, Maxident is so good too, but Maxident just was released. Ordinary was released earlier on in the year, and it was absolutely incredible. Ordinary is what like first really got me into Stray Kids. Amazing. I'm so excited I got to see them perform like most of these songs on tour. It's so good. My favorite song off of Ordinary is probably Freeze, and I also really like Lonely Street. It's just so good, and like it's just so good. Okay, so now we were in our top 2 albums of 2022. Okay, at number 2, are we even surprised? Hello World by Extraordinary Heroes. Oh my goodness, I am so obsessed with them. I love this album. I think I like Hello World better than Overload, and I know Overload just came out, but Hello World is so good. My favorite song, literally, they're all so good. I don't even know if I have a favorite song, but if I had to choose, probably Sucker Punch. I love Sucker Punch so much. And Strawberry Cake. Oh my god, so good. Literally so good. Okay, and then number 1, if you guys know me, you know I've said this since it dropped. Number 1 album of the year, Indigo by RM. I know this just came out. It doesn't even matter. This album is a freaking masterpiece. My favorite song off of Indigo is Lonely and Closer. And every single other one, but especially those 2 songs. They are just, this album is a non-skip album. This album is so beautiful in every single way. If you have not listened to Indigo by RM, please go listen to it. Please go listen to it. It's so good. And I feel like someone's gonna comment proof question mark in the comments. I didn't count Proof because it's an anthology album. I just didn't think that it should count. Obviously I love Proof so much, but so many of the songs on Proof are from a different album, so I just didn't count it. So that's why it's not on here. Don't kill me. That's why it's not on here. Okay, moving on to my top 10 songs of 2022. So this is the list of songs that had to have come out in 2022. So, okay, we're gonna go through this a little faster. Okay, number 10, Pass the Mic and Hypin'. Oh my god, this song is so good. This song gets me so hype. Like I said, I just got into Hypin', so I don't know a lot of their songs, but I believe this one was the title track, and it's just so good. Paradox is so good too. It's so good. Okay, number 9, we have Move by TNX. Like I said previously, this was their title track. I watched them on, I think they performed this, I don't know which one was their like debut performance, but I love watching like Music Bank and the show and like all those like award show things. What are they called? Music shows. And I watched them perform this for their very first time, and I instantly was like, these boys are just so stinking cute and so precious, and this song is so good. It's so good. If you haven't listened to it, Move by TNX. Check them out. I really hope that they're going to have a comeback soon. It's been like a freaking year. It's literally been like a year, and I really hope they have a comeback soon because their songs are absolutely amazing. Okay, number 8 is Attention by New Jeans. I've already talked about that a little bit. Their sound is just so unique and so different, and they just seem like the sweetest individuals, and love them. That's number 8. Number 7 is Where Do I Go by ATEEZ, or WDIG, I think, by ATEEZ. A lot of people don't talk about this song. I feel like it's underrated. I think it's so good. I think it's like stylistically like right up my alley, and like I said, with like that album in general, like you kind of have to like you either love it or you hate it, and it's a song that I just really love. So that is number 7. Number 6, we have Sriracha by Stray Kids. Oh my god, it's so good. Sriracha is my bias line. My bias is Han. Han actually became an alt bias just recently, so now I got Jimin is like my ult of volts. No one is taking Jimin's ult of volt spot. But Han is number 2, and I just love Han so freaking much. I love Stray Kids so much. They just make me so happy. But Sriracha, the song specifically, is so good. I listen to it literally on a daily basis. It is amazing. And if it would have came out earlier in the year, it would probably be lower on the list, but what can we do? Okay, and then before we get into top 5, we're going to be doing honorable mentions. So I wrote Anti-Fragile by LE SSERAFIM. So good, so good. Just started getting into them. After Like by IVE. That song is so stinking catchy. I could not tell you one of the members' names. I don't know any of them. I don't know how many people are in the group, but I know that song word for word, and it is so stinking good. It's so catchy. Yeah, I play it a lot. Tomboy by Idol, or (G)I-DLE. Again, I could not tell you one member of that group, but that song is so good, and I know they're super popular. I really should check them out a little bit more than I have, but it's really good. I saw them perform it live on one of the award shows, and they're beautiful. First of all, they're beautiful, but they are also so talented, so yes. Then we have Shout Out by ENHYPEN. Oh my god, the vocals on that song are so stinking good. They're so talented. I also wish I had more time in the day to check out all these groups, because I wish that I could like check out ENHYPEN more, because they just seem super talented and super funny and super nice. So yes. And then we have Arson by J-Hope. I love that song. That's probably my favorite song off of his album. That's definitely like the most played song off of Jack in the Box. Love that song. I just don't listen to it as much as I should, and I don't know why. I think so much music came out this year, and I need to listen to it more. Okay, then we have Do It Like This by is it P1 Harmony or P Heart? See, I don't even know. I just know that this song is so freaking good. It's so catchy, so good. And then my last honorable mention is Classy. I think it's by a group called Classy. I have no idea. I saw them perform it on one of the music shows. I know nothing about the group. I don't know how many people are in the group. I have no idea, but I play that song every day. I love that song. So good. Okay. That's all I've said, is it's so good. Obviously, I think it's good if it's on my list. Okay, so now we're going to get into our top 5 songs of 2022. At number 5, we have Sucker Punch by Extraordinary Heroes. I'm not going to say it's so good. It is amazing. It is amazing. Sucker Punch is off of their, is it off Hello World? Am I losing my mind? Yes, it's off of Hello World. It's off of their debut album, their first album. It's so good. Especially, I've seen every video of them performing live. I have to see them if they go on tour. Like, I literally have to see them if they go on tour. Amazing. Okay, then we have number 4 is Lonely by RM. Again, if this would have dropped earlier in the year, it probably would have been number 1. But because it just dropped, I've definitely listened to these other 3 songs that are left more That's the only reason why it's at number 4, but this song is an absolute masterpiece. It literally shatters my heart into a billion pieces, but like, I love it nonetheless. Number 3, we have Lonely Boy by TXT. I got to see them sing it live and I cried. This song is one of my favorite songs from TXT, like of absolute all time. I just absolutely adore them and it's so good. The vocals are absolutely amazing. So good. Okay. Now we have number 2 and number 1. This was so hard and I had to be honest with myself as to really what I have listened to the most. Number 2, we have Run BTS by BTS. I don't even think I need to say anything. This song is like a freaking bop. I play it at the gym. I play it when I'm getting ready. I listen to this song pretty much daily. It's absolutely amazing. I miss them so much. I just love them so much and I love that song so much. And number 1 of my top 10 songs of 2022, and this was my number 1 song on Spotify Wrapped, so I had to be honest with myself. I have literally listened to this song the most this year, and that's Hot by 17. And it blows my mind because that song literally came out. When did Face the Sun even come out? I have no idea. I think it came out in like the kind of beginning of I have no idea. I don't even know when it came out. But that song has just a hold on me. It's so catchy. It's so good. Hot is literally what got me into 17. And as you know, I have fallen so fucking hard, so deep down this rabbit hole with 17. They are so good. And Hot is what started it all. And I will forever be thankful for that song because that's what got me into this group. And they are just amazing. If you have not listened to 17, please listen to 17. Please don't be stupid like me and think that it's too late to get into them because it's definitely not. And their songs are all so good. They're so versatile and they're so talented. So please listen to 17 if you haven't already. Okay, and then my last category is my personal top 10s of 2022. Top 10s? My personal top 10 songs of 2022. So this is the category that it doesn't matter when it came out. This was just the top 10 songs that I listened to this year. And some of you will be like, oh, like, why don't you just look at the top 10 songs on Spotify? See, I don't think that's accurate because I'm an album listener. Like, I will throw on Hello World by Extraordinary Heroes and listen to the full album. So it's not, so like, my top 10 on Spotify Wrapped weren't technically like my top 10 favorites, but it was a lot of like ATEEZ because I was getting ready to go to the ATEEZ concert. So I had like their albums on repeat. So my top 10 was a lot of ATEEZ, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite. You guys get it. You get it. So my top 10 songs of 2022 at number 10 is Antidote by Kang Daniel. And if you have not listened to this song is the one out of all the songs I've said that you need to go listen to. It's so beautiful. It's like so hauntingly beautiful, and I think that I just like relate to it so much. Oh, I get to meet him in March in San Francisco. If you are going to that show, like, please let me know if you're going to that show because I would love to meet up with you. But I got a VIP ticket to meet him. He's a soloist, if you don't know who he is. And I'm so excited. I am literally so excited to meet this man. So that's number 10. Number 9 is Mist by ATEEZ. Again, this song is so beautiful and I got to hear it live on their tour and it was just like one of the best moments of my entire life. Listening to Wooyoung's his voice, oh my gosh. I could talk about it for forever, so I just need to stop. Okay. Number 8 is Good Boy Gone Bad by TXT. This song is honestly just a freaking bop. It's so good. One of my favorite title tracks for sure from TXT. Definitely not as good as Blue Hour. That will forever be my favorite TXT song, but this is like a close third or fourth. It's just so good. The music video is so good. they're amazing. Their dancing is amazing. I got to see them perform this live, like I said, and it was just so amazing. So that was number 8. Number 7, we have Rock With You by 17. A complete masterpiece, a bop. The choreo is out of this world. Check it out if you haven't. Seeing this live just made me love it even more. It's so good. So yes, number 6. Again, this would be higher on the list if it wasn't for so much good music coming out this year. But number 6 is We Are Bulletproof, The Eternal. If you guys don't know, that is my favorite BTS song of all time. Nothing will ever take its place. It's so good. I listen to it almost daily. It's amazing. It literally makes me cry like every single time. I definitely listened to that so much this year. Okay, and then before we get into top 5, I'm gonna do honorable mentions. I have a lot, so I'm just gonna like go quickly. Literally the first thing said all of Indigo. All of the songs off of Indigo. Yet to Come, For Youth, Blue Hour. Maybe I should say who the artists are. All of Indigo, RM. Yet to Come, BTS. For Youth, BTS. Blue Hour, TXT. New Rules, TXT. Maniac, Stray Kids. Moa Diary, TXT. That song makes me so friggin' happy. Oh my gosh. Drive, Stray Kids. Maknae on Top, Stray Kids. That song makes me so happy. I'm so excited that both Drive and Maknae on Top are on Spotify now. Thank the Lord. And then my last honorable mention is Monster by EXO. You can thank Anitra or Say What Reacts, who talks about EXO all the time, that I was like, who the hell is EXO? So I listened to that song, and I think that's the only song that I've listened to, but it's so good. It is so good. So Monster by EXO. Okay, now we are going to be getting into my top 5 songs. Number 5, Run BTS. I've already talked about it, so I'm not going to really talk about it, but are we surprised? No. Actually, I think I've talked about most of these songs. Number 4 is Lonely by Namjoon. Again, if it came out earlier, it would probably be number 1. But that came in at number 4. Number 3, we have Sucker Punch. I'm so obsessed with Sucker Punch. It's so good. All of Extraordinary Heroes songs are so stinking good, but that one is definitely my favorite for sure. Okay, and then number 2 and number 1. This was hard. This was so hard. But again, I had to go with the stats. I had to go with the numbers. Number 2, we have Fireworks by ATEEZ, or I'm the One, Fireworks, whatever one you call it. That is my favorite ATEEZ song of all time. So good. I don't know. I think it's one of the first songs that I listened to by ATEEZ. So I think it just like holds like a really like special place in my heart. But that song is so good. Their choreo for that is so good. I kind of got to see it live. They did the Heart version or something of Fireworks at the tour. I wish they would have just done the regular Fireworks, but whatever. At least I still got to like hear them sing it. So that's number 2. And number 1, Hot by 17. I can't deny it. That is my number 1 most played song this whole year. And like it doesn't surprise me at all. I listened to it probably 2 to 3 times a day. It just makes me so happy. It gets me so hype. I just love it so much. So that was my list of my top albums and songs of 2022. I definitely want to do this every year so I can kind of like just look back for myself and just see like, you know, like especially with things like ENHYPEN, like who knows at like next year at this time when I'm doing it and I'm like a huge ENHYPEN fan or something, like, or a huge who else did I talk about on here that I've like IVE, is that what they're called? IVE, like who knows, you know? So yes. Okay, anyways, that is the end of this video. I'm so sorry for the rain. It's probably really annoying. I'm sorry. I wish there was something I could do about it, but I cannot control nature. I hope you guys had a happy new year, and I hope you guys have the best year this year. We are going to do big things this year, and I'm excited to continue to put out content. And yes, I think that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye, guys.